from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Just about halfway through the season, and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the LSU Tigers and the Kentucky Wildcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game, he told me that his quarterback deserves all of the Heisman attention that he is receiving. We have seen what he's been able to do through the air. He is top 5 right now in the country in passing touchdowns, and he continues to improve in his ball security. I believe he belongs in that conversation for Heisman Trophy, but we'll keep you posted. This could change through the course of the season, but right now, he is on track to hear his name called in New York. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wildcats offense that has the first possession of the game. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And it just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
There's some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They'll stop things momentarily for an injury on the play. There is a Kentucky Wildcat down. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barnes. Picks up the first down. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Kentucky. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Tigers offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
And the defense gives up the first down, and here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
And, man, this offense is going to be so much fun to watch. How fast can they get it to click, right? Because every single player that we're going to highlight, whether we do talk about the receivers right now, they're all new. The offensive line's all new. The quarterback's new. Everyone in this program is new, Palmer, and it's on Kiffin to make it work and make it work quickly.
Well, the one thing you know is with this Lane Kiffin offense, these receivers are going to get theirs. They're going to get catches, and you got a really good quarterback in Sam Levitt coming over from Arizona State to give you that opportunity. So while Thomas and Anderson from a year ago, those guys declare, there's a big opportunity. There's a lot of spots up for grabs here for these receivers to go down the field, make a ton of plays, stat it up, and score points for this offense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Gets it to the back. Could not make his way to the corner.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on.
It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
Let's go.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Here's the pressure. Hard running there. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the...
There's a crease. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Just keep slinging it. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll go to the counter. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. 3rd down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. To the air, it's Levitt. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback now breaking the field. At the 35, he's loose. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
Ready, go!
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. He's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. He's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Wildcats, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Maybe some room here. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Powers forward. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wildcats! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And this junior signal caller has hardly been at his best, and when you've been around, when you're the veteran presence, you have to perform at a higher level. There's been next to zero execution in the passing game. They haven't taken care of the football, and they'll try to get something going, and they'll have to mount a rally. LSU quick to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Grab behind the line. It's Berry. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Pulls it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Here comes the heat. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Kick is in the air. Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the delay, it's Barnes. Might have a chance. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Handoff for Baxter. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to adjust the pattern. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Firing to the right, complete. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. He hurls one deep down the left side. Caught at the 25. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Firing toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half.
Makes a grab and room to run. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down here for the offense. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Grabbed in the middle. It's Miller. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. This time he wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Makes the catch. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Kentucky spends its second timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Red 54, go!
He's looking to throw. Big fella moving. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 3 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Longhorns, looking to push their record to 4-1 on the season. And you do that, you're in the driver's seat in terms of locking down a postseason spot. Although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Now back to your game at Kroger Field. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
To throw, it's Levin. Oh, they're after him. Finds the tight end. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He'll pull it down. Got the first down himself. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Handoff for Baxter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes a catch. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more, but no question they've got to tackle better on the back end.
Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the beatdown has ensued. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Makes the catch. It's Green. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Pulls it on the option. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Caught on the left side by Wilson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Immediately fires to the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Harris.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's
Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point is good.
31, LSU, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Crosses the 40. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
They'll give it to Baxter. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. From the gun. Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay.
Grabs it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Over the middle, complete to Wilson. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback.
Makes the grab in their space. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. In the red area, it's Barry. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Levin. He's got it on the run. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He wants to throw it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Crosses midfield. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Coming out with it, it's Durham. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, down here on the Kentucky sideline, this offense has been a big storyline here today. We did not expect them to be so proficient against one of the top defenses in the country, but here we are. A big blowout, they have the ball and the lead. Coaches keep talking to the players about finishing strong. We'll see if they're able to keep up that momentum here today and get the upset. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Push down for the tackle.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job
finding some room. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And they got him.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Makes the grab. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Turning it on. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They go to the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Levin. Finds his man down the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Line gets set, 1st down. Wants to go right back downfield. Caught near the sticks, it's Brown. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David, they played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.